Okay, everybody, OG Kitch coming back at you. What's good, everybody? Okay, so here's the beginning, the start of something very beautiful. You got some butter in there, cooking off the leeks. You can use celery if you want. You can usually do like onions and celery, cook it down. But I use a leek, so I have onion and celery all in one. So we're gonna cook that off, and then I'm gonna take you step by step until we have a pot of greatness. OG Kitch out, Chef Life Movement forever. Deuces, see you in a minute. Okay, y'all, so we got that cooked down. Now what we're gonna do is add some flour up in there. And we're gonna make the roux. Always about the roux. If you spend any time in New Orleans, you know everything is about the roux. So we're gonna let that cook, get some color on it. Another thing, we have some half and half back here. I just use some half. If you don't have half and half, just use half milk, half cream. And always want, when you're making soup and you're using roux, you want your stuff warm. This is not cooking and it's not boiling, it's just warm. Don't ever add cold anything, cold milk to your cream to your stuff. Just want to get some color on that. While we're waiting for that, being in that I lived in New Orleans for like 10 years, 10 plus years actually, there's 3 things you always want in your kitchen. Old Bay seasoning, Slap Your Mama seasoning, and Tony Santorins. You have to have them 3. These 3 things will be able to make you any basic meal, Creole, Cajun, from New Orleans. So we're gonna get this together. I'm sorry, I'm one-handing it right now. I really have to get that camera that I could just stick to me, and then I can not have to keep pausing. I could just bring it to y'all. So we're gonna let this cook off, then I'll come back adding the stock. Catch you in a minute. Alright, so we added the stock. Got everything. Just want to stir it, make sure it's all smooth. And before you start adding anything else, which I already did, not add anything else, but you want to let this cook a little bit so that flour taste can, cook out. Now that we got that in there, we add our potatoes up in there. Get them nice and coated. Building flavors. You have to build the flavors. You can't cook a whole pot of something and then salt and pepper at the end. Everything you do has to be seasoned. Cook the leek, season it. Add the potatoes, season it. Put the corn in, season it. You know what I mean? Just build your flavors. So we're going to turn the heat up on high on that to let this start boiling. Then we're going to bring it down to a simmer. So there we at right there. Be back with the next step. Alright, real quick, when you like I said, bring it up and let it boil, then you bring it down to a simmer. You want to make sure that you're stirring it because of the roux and the potatoes are heavy, so they will stick to the pan. I don't care what kind of pan you got, what kind of pot you got. I don't care if it's a Magnalite, a Crusette, whatever. It's gonna stick if you don't keep moving it around, because all of this stuff is really, really thick right now. So that is that. And I'm about to cut up some green onions and parsley for this, so I'll be back with the next step. Okay, everybody, welcome back. Now I did this for about 10 minutes. So now We're going to add the corn. And in here I have some Slap Your Mama, Old Bay seasoning, and some salt. That's what I mean by building flavors. We're going to stir that around up in there and get it all coated. Let them seasonings work. Now, you can also use a can of whole kernel corn and a can of cream style corn if you like. I'm just a real picky eater. I don't want my corn tasting like canned. You can use frozen corn as well. I just choose to use fresh corn on the cob, and that's why I only make this once a year. So after we got that in there, we're gonna, if you can see, it's like tempered. It's not boiling. We didn't cook it. That's the half and half. We're gonna pour that in there. I'm gonna stir that around. And at this point, we're going to turn it up again and let it come to a boil. And then we're going to turn it down and simmer it for about another 10 minutes. So I'll be back with the last step. Chef life movement forever. Okay, everybody, while we're waiting for the soup, I took the time to whip up that sweet potato for the sweet potato grits. Yeah, it's always good to, I mean, I know people smash it and like just mix it up like that. I like to whip it, for one, to let air get into it, make it fluffier, and two, whipping it, get the strings out of it. You really don't have to worry about that too much with sweet potatoes. It's yams that's really stringy. So when you're doing sweet potatoes, anything, try to make sure you get sweet potatoes opposed to yams. Yams are good too, but they're higher in starch and they're more stringier. And like if this was a yam, it'd be like strings all over this thing. So I'm about to put that in a container and let that chill for tomorrow. And this is going to be for, well, let me show you. This is going to be for the, I don't know if you can really see in there. The sweet potato is going to be for the sweet potato grits. Hold on. I'm going to knock myself out of this. Yeah, there you go. They marinate in some garlic, some rosemary, some olive oil, a little bit ginger. So that'll be for tomorrow with the rosemary shrimp and sweet potato grits. So I'm about to head back to the soup. Be back in a second. We're gonna finish it up. Okay, y'all. Green onions. Parsley. Mix that up in there. I know you know I'm left-handed. Now we're getting that color together. Now, this is the most important part in my eyes. Again, that's flavor. The green onions and that parsley about to reflavor all of this. Okay. You can use blue crab, red crab, Dungeness crab, Alaskan crab, whatever crab you want. Just don't use crab. Don't take this recipe and use crab with a K. We not doing that shit. Don't ever take any of my recipes and put some imitation shit. I will find your ass. Cause we don't play like that. This is colossal red crab. Now if I was able to make it to Restaurant Depot, there'd probably be some lobster claws up in here too, or some kind of lobster meat, tail meat or something. But take this, you just want to warm it up. I already broke it down. I know, right? Let's just say that's like 2 pounds right there. Now, don't get all up in there and mixing it all up. You're going to break up the crab. We don't want to break up the crab. So we just want to fold it over. Fold it in there. Just fold it. Because you just want to heat this up. Like, let the crab meat get warm. God damn. Now, I don't know about y'all. I don't really like watery, runny soups. I like creamy soup. I'm an up north dude. Clam chowder, cream of anything. That's how I rock. I might have to add a little bit more cream to this. But I'm about to lid it up and let some condensation fall up in there. So, pretty much right there, that's it. Corn and crab chowder. And I ain't even from Boston. Oh, look at that. Look at the potatoes. Look at all that crab meat. Food porn. Foodgasm. Okay. So we're going to let that go for about 10 minutes. And then we're going to boil it up. Now, the hardest part for me when I'm cooking anything is deciding which plates, which bowls. Do I want red? Do I want blue? Do I want oblong? Do I want round? Do I want deep? Do I want flat? I don't know. So I'm going to have to take some time to figure that out. So I will be back with the plate up. And you can see how it looked. I want to apologize because if I had the time to make some soup bread bowls, I ain't got 5 hours to just be proofing and all that. So I didn't do that. Maybe tomorrow, because no matter how good this is going to be tonight, tomorrow, hot sex on a platter. I don't know what the hell that got to do with what I'm talking about, but I just felt like saying that. It's going to be good as shit. So, maybe these ones. I'm a bowl freak, so I like oblong, crazy looking. That's a nice bowl. I wish it was cobalt blue, which is my favorite color since I was married once to a damn Zeta. So everything was cobalt blue, so it just kind of grew on me. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But I'll be back with the plate up. Until then, catch y'all in a minute. Chef Life Movement forever. Alright, OG Kitch coming back at you. It's plate up time. It's plate up time. Then we add a little bit more crab on top. For garnish purposes. And nothing is complete without bacon. Y'all take a look at that. And I'm gonna do it all over again. Yeah, I'm a stickler for stuff like that. Crab on top. And again, bacon. And sometimes I cook the bacon in it, but sometimes you don't need the bacon cooked in it. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Corn and crab chowder. It is what it is. and it's all good. Always remember, Chef Life forever. Thank you for all those who come and look at my videos and comment on my videos. Um, soup is an all year round thing. Don't think because, we're in spring. Think about it. I mean, shoot, it's about to snow in Kansas tomorrow. It was just snowing up north 2 days ago. They just had another storm the week prior to that. So you can eat soup whenever you want. That's like saying you have to have turkey on Thanksgiving. I don't think I've ever had turkey on Thanksgiving. I'll make a pot of gumbo, seafood gumbo. Do what you want, eat what you want, eat in moderation, and it's all good. Chef Life Movement forever. Thank you to everybody again. Deuces.